Hi everyone, Tasha here and welcome back to my channel. This is my stop on the Crafter's Castle YouTube video hop featuring Create for Less. It starts today, Saturday, June 1st and goes all the way through Friday, June 7th, giving you plenty of time to watch all the design team members' videos. There's 6 of us total, and enter the hop giveaway for a chance to win a prize sponsored by Create for Less. All the details will be in the description box below, so be sure to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned and I'll show you what I created. My video is going to share how I made these really fun shadow box cards and the center card using stencils. So stick around and I'll show you how to create these for yourself. To start, we're going to create the center card, and these are cut at 3 by 3, and I'm using mixed media paper. You can use regular cardstock or watercolor paper, but I'm using mixed media paper because I'm going to use Distress Oxide inks on it, and I think this works the best. The colors I'm using is Twisted Citron and Mermaid Lagoon. I thought that was fitting since we're doing a mermaid project. So I'm going to just do some simple ink blending. Once this step is done, we're going to do our stenciling with the baby wipes to lift some of this ink. And the stencil I'm using is the 6 by 6 star pattern. We're going to layer the stars, whichever way you want to layer them, onto our little 3 by 3 card. And then we're going to put some baby wipes on top. And then we're just going to use a tool or press down to just get that moisture into the stencil design, because it's going to lift up and create that really cool background. And there we go. Now we have stars on our little background design. I already have a card that's dry here. And then now we're going to use our other stencil to get that mermaid look. And this stencil is the 6 by 6 mermaid. We're going to position her somewhere where she can have her, like that, the mermaid scales or the tail showing, and a little bit of that end tail. I kind of like that look. Just kind of put it somewhere. I'm going to be using Nouveau Mousse, and I'll have everything linked in the description box below. This one is this metallic silver color. I love that. And I think for this one, I'm going to also use the gold color. Okay, I think I'm going to start with the silver. Oops. Just going to get it in here, and then just start with my mermaid stencil design. Okay, and then once this is done, we're just going to lift it up gently. And then we got this really cool mermaid tail design. Okay, I'm just going to place this one aside to dry. This is so cool. You could just see that gold and silver metallic against that background that we just created. Here's one that I made earlier, and it's just the metallic silver. But we're going to use this. This is what it's going to look like when it's all dry, and it has that really cool textured feel to it. And all I'm going to do is add a little tiny sentiment that I stamped with the Avery L stamp set. This is called Mermaids, and I'll have this one linked down below as well. And I picked You Are Mermazing. So all we have to do is adhere this, and then this will be ready, and we can create the base. The tape I'm going to use to adhere this is just some score tape. I am using some thicker tape just because it does cover the whole thing. You can use glue or glue runner, and that will work just as well. And then just kind of place it where you want it. And you can cut off the excess. And our center card is ready to be put aside. Now we're going to begin to make the frame for our shadow box. The paper I'm using is from PA Paper Accents. It's cardstock in the spring color palette. And this cardstock's really nice. It comes in a variety of shades, but it's textured on one side. So this side's kind of smoother, but this side has that really nice, like a linen texture to it. So this is a nice sturdy paper, perfect for the project that we're using today. This is also great for card bases and other types of fancy fold cards as well. I'm gonna put this aside and we'll get scoring. To create the shadow box frame, we have to make 4 scores along each side of an 8x8 piece of paper. So I cut my cardstock down to 8x8, and we're going to score on each side at a half, 1, 1.5, and 2. Again, we'll repeat this on each side. So we'll just turn our paper. And it was a half, 1, 1.5, and 2. We'll turn it and do it again until we make our way all the way around. Once you've made your way around, you're going to make 2 more score marks on the top and the bottom. So you're going to go, we'll make this the top. You're going to go to 2.5 and score down to the second line. 1, 2. You're going to do the same thing at 5.5. 1, 2. Just down to that second score line. Flip your paper all the way around so that now you're on the bottom. Again, 2.5, 1, 2. And 5.5, 1, 2. And now it's time to cut. So move your scoreboard aside. And then I'm just going to draw out so that you can kind of see what I'm going to be cutting, because this is the only tricky part. So we're going to cut that little score line we just made down 2 lines. Then on this third score bar, we're going to make a half a triangle. Then we're going to cut that down to that bottom line. And then we'll cut all the way across so that this is all gone. We're going to do that on each end so that this way we have our base to fold over and create those edges. Once all of those corners are cut, you can throw these away. And then we're going to fold over all those score lines we made. Okay, before we fold everything over, we're going to attach our center card that we created with just some glue or tape runner. Once our center card is, centered and attached to that bottom base, we're going to start to add our little edges. Fold over each one of these edges in half. Once these are all folded over, we're going to take our score tape or adhesive glue runner or whatever you're using. You should probably use some type of tape though, or glue runner. Liquid glue is okay for this, but it may just take longer to hold down. You're going to put glue or tape runner along the bottom score line on each one of these edges. Okay, once all your adhesive is in place, you're going to start with the longer sides, the one that didn't have that triangle shaped cut, that diagonal cut. And then you're going to start with these, so take the adhesive off, and then just flip it over again and rub it down, and then pop it up. And that creates these raised edges. Again, do the same thing on each edge. Once you've done that to each one of these sides, pop your edges up, and that creates this cool frame. To keep your edges from popping in and out, just use some liquid glue. I'm just using the Tombow liquid glue. I have glue all over me. But apply some glue on this upper corner of each edge. And then just slide them in place. And then you'll just hold them or use some tape to hold them while they dry. Once your box is all dried, it'll be pretty solid like this, so it won't open up anymore. And then you can attach this to a card base to make it like a three-dimensional card, or you can hang it on a wall with a ribbon or a string or a little tiny like a wall hanging back on behind it. You can make it a magnet because it's really light. There's just endless possibilities. And you can also put pictures in here if you didn't want to do any type of artwork or stencil. And I think that'd be really cute too, to have like some family member picture or a picture of a pet. Let me show you another variation. This is one that I did with petaloo flowers on the edges, and I think it's just really pretty. And then here's another idea to use your stencil without the different layers that we just did. This one just used distress ink to create an ombre tail. And then I just attached some flowers with some little embellishments in the center. And I just love the pink because pink's my favorite color. And I think this is also a fun way to use your stencils and still get that really cute mermaid look. Have a great day, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.